Welcome to Microsoft 365 Accessibility Training. We're going to take a look at the Microsoft 365 PowerPoint. Using pre-existing Microsoft PowerPoint templates ensures accessibility by providing built-in, properly tagged, and logically ordered slide layouts, which screen readers rely on to interpret content. Unlike blank slides, templates offer preset reading orders, high contrast color palettes, and appropriate font sizes, preventing issues with text structure and ensuring compliance with national standards. Some key reasons to use pre existing templates for accessibility: logical reading order. They are built-in slide layouts and templates that define a correct reading order for screen readers, unlike blank slides where manually added text boxes can be read in the wrong sequence. Tagged content structure. Templates include predefined titles and content placeholders. These tags enable assistive technologies to navigate and understand the slide structure. High contrast colors. Accessible templates provide built-in high contrast color palettes that improve readability for users with low vision. And outlining capability. Using templates ensures that added text to slide layout appears in the outline view, allowing for better navigation for users with visual disabilities. Why to avoid blank slides? Blank slides lack defined reading order and structure, which can cause screen readers to read content out of order or miss it entirely. And it requires more work on your part. You must now manually set up the reading order and ensure color contrast for every element, which is time consuming and more prone to errors. So to do this, let's go ahead and click on the new tab. We're going to see hundreds and hundreds of templates. You have different sections, or you can search for a template that you're looking for. For today's purposes, we're going to choose Galaxy Presentation and click on the Create button. And we have our slideshow. Let's click on a slideshow, slide 2, and if we go to the Home tab in the Slide section, we can select Layout. When we select layout, we have the ability to choose different slides, title and image, and these are standard layouts. We have the designer that pops up that also has suggestions for us. You can close it out if you don't want to see it again. The next thing we want to do is if you want to choose a new slide, same thing. These are already our standard built out slides with content and title. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk a little bit about inserting a video link into our PowerPoint presentation. Let's take a look at that. We're going to select the Insert tab at the top of the ribbon, and you have tons of different options to choose for when it comes to inserting. Now, it's really important we highlight a couple things about a video. So let's click on the video. Now, if this is a video that you are grabbing from YouTube, let's say, for example, and you want it to show in your presentation, you're going to go to Video, and we're going to choose Online Videos. What this does is when you're actually presenting in the PowerPoint, it won't open up a new tab. This is going to be continuously in your slideshow. We're going to go ahead and click on Control V and enter the address of the online video in this field. Go ahead and paste it. Now we get to see a preview of what this looks like. And if we like it, this is what it's going to feel like in our slideshow. Click Insert. Go ahead and maximize it, minimize it, and tailor it the way you want to. At the top of the ribbon, you're going to see something called the video format and the playback. I always tell everybody to go ahead and right away click the play button in the ribbon. Why? This is what your viewers are going to see when you turn it on. Now, because this is coming from a different place, which is YouTube, they have different accessibility standards than Microsoft. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the caption. How do you do that? The closed caption is located usually in the bottom or the top of a video and it says CC. So we're going to go ahead and click on the button. And as you can tell, when I play the video, which you want to do the same thing, you want to make sure that it's played. And it is right there. So this is our closed caption. And this is if we're previewing the video right in our slideshow. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about alternative text. Alt text. We're going to insert an image right here. You can insert an image from your device, from your drive, and you're going to go ahead and paste it. You're going to right click on this alt text to get alt text. There's two different methods of doing this, as it is for anything in Microsoft. So go ahead and right click on this. We're going to go to the view alt text. View alt text is going to add a meaningful description to an image for us. For anyone who is blind or has low vision, they're able then to use a screen reader to find out what this image is about. We want to make sure that we include a setting in detail. We want to make sure we talk about any other thing we can, and the recommendation is we have 1 to 2 detailed sentences of what's going on. Now, Microsoft has a new thing called a Generate Alt Text for Me. Go ahead and click on this button and let's see what happens. Didn't take very long, did it? It's important that we review this, and if we're okay with it, we would then approve the alt text, or we just click out of it by clicking the X. And anything we added to this, it will save. You don't have to click save. Go ahead and click the X button on the top of the screen. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Review tab, way up top. Once we click the Review tab, that's the second way of getting the alt text. We're going to go to Accessibility, scroll down, and select Alt Text. There you have it. You're going to review it one more time, but there's our 2 different ways of getting to your alt text. Now, we're going to talk about what to mark as decorative. We're going to insert an image. It's going to be decorative image, so you can see what the difference is. Go ahead and insert the picture from your device. And it's a picture, it's a blank picture, it's not a logo picture. We're going to right click on it and grab the alt text. This is when we're going to mark something as decorative. So it's really important for you to know when to put a description and a meaningful description. Let's take a look at font design by taking our text, right-clicking or highlighting it, and we have the options of choosing our font right here. Or you can go to the top of the screen where the Home tab is and go to the Font section. Now, sans serif fonts are easier to read, especially for users with low vision or dyslexia. And there are recommended fonts. There's Arial, there's Calibri, Arianda, Tahoma, Helvetica, and there's also font size guidelines. Let's go ahead and change this font by just typing in Calibri and press enter. Next, we can go and change the font point size by just grabbing it. Now, there is a View tab. When you go to the View tab, there's something called the Slide Master. Right here, you have the ability to change all of the slides by choosing the Slide Master, and you can edit the font and the size so that way you don't have to do it individually. Go ahead and close that out. Small text is one of the most common accessibility issues. Let's go ahead and copy a text and let's put in a hyperlink. You can do that multiple ways by right-clicking, clicking the link. It's really important when we have the text to display after we Control V and paste the link, that it's really important that we don't put click here. You want to be able to put exactly what the link is sending you to. So here we have Rochester Community Schools. Once I do that, I say OK. You can go ahead and you can edit the link by going to the Insert tab. You can select from multiple links. I'll start pulling it up if you go to the link. Again, it's always important to use meaningful text and not just the raw URLs when we paste it. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the video that we embedded. This video, again, is going to show right in your PowerPoint presentation. And it's really important for us to show that the caption, the closed caption is grayed out in the playback. And the reason is because we're using a different streaming, which is YouTube. And so Microsoft doesn't recognize it, and that is something that I just wanted to call attention to. Let's move on to bullets and points, numbers. So when we highlight something, we want to make sure that we give something a sequential order. And again, it's for anybody who's using a screen reader. And so I want to call that to your attention as well. Now, there is something called the record button. And this is a feature that you can use if you want to add any kind of recording to a link, to a description. So go ahead and you press the record button. You can record it, and all of a sudden, a little speaker icon pops up. Once it pops up and we're done recording what we did, we're going to click OK, and there it is. You can toggle it and built-in accessibility tools that Microsoft 365 offers us. Let's go to the very top of your screen. There is something called the Customize Quick Access Toolbar. We're going to select it. We're going to go to More Commands, and we're looking for something called Speak. Let's choose from commands below and select all commands. This way, it's alphabetized, and anything you're looking for, it's much easier to find. Let's go ahead and select Speak. We're going to highlight it, click Add. It's already there, as you can tell. Now, what we're going to do is say OK. Now, the Speak button is up top, but it's grayed out. Let me show you what it does. We're going to go ahead and select the slide, highlight anything that needs to be spoken, and press the Speak button.
Topic.
Is we're going to go to when we want to present our slideshow. We're going to select the slideshow tab at the top of the screen. You have a lot of different things to choose from, but specifically when it comes to accessibility, we want to be able to include subtitle settings. Let's go to that section to captions and subtitles. Select the subtitle setting. We're going to go ahead and you can choose multiple languages. But for today's purposes, we're going to choose English. I want the bottom or the top overlay. That means the captions or subtitles will overlay on the slide, positioned near the top of the screen. You can also choose the bottom, and it will highlight what that really means. Let's go ahead and check my microphone, and let's take a look at what that looks like. Let's go and present from the current slide. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Microsoft 365 accessibility training. Let's take a look at our first slideshow at something called a reading order. Now, that's how your slides are interpreted for somebody who's using an assisted device. We're going to go to the Review tab at the top of the screen. You're going to click on Check Accessibility and go to the Reading Order pane. This gives us an order pane and you can move them around. And this is for somebody who wants to create a blank slideshow. But again, the recommendation is to use pre-existing. So I wanted you to take a look at this. The next feature that we're going to talk about is accessibility. So we're going to go back to the review tab and click on check accessibility. Now, Microsoft has it where you always have two ways of getting to something. There's also a check accessibility feature on the bottom of any Microsoft app. If you look at the bottom, it says accessibility and you could click it and the pane pops up. This is the accessibility assistant pane. It's close to that alt text pane you remember that we spoke about. Now, as you can tell, I feel really excited because it says looks good and no issues found. This is really important because this highlights for us any kind of errors and it gives us options on how to fix that. So this is a great tool that Microsoft has built in. And again, this is a built-in accessibility assistant checker. Let's go ahead and also show some resources where you have the accessibility help so you can get help in making your document even more accessible. And the very last thing that I'm going to show you is I'm going to click on the share button. Now it's really important that if I'm sharing with somebody Microsoft PowerPoint 365, I can do so by just clicking the share button. I can also send a link to the slide as we would for Google. So let's go ahead and click on share. You can share it, you can save it to your OneDrive, which is very similar to your Google Drive. You can also attach this as a PowerPoint, and that's what we recommend. Now, if you have to choose a PDF, you're welcome to just send it right as an attachment right here. And they can open it up in a PDF for the person who's receiving this email. Thank you. Microsoft 365 includes the built-in accessibility features like screen reader support, dictation, live captions, and design tools that help create inclusive content. These tools make it easier for people with visual, hearing, mobility, or cognitive differences to access and interact with documents, presentations, and emails, using them to help ensure your work is usable by a wider audience and supports compliance with accessibility standards.